is to carry out these operations in the dark, number one, and number two, facilitate the kind of nonsense that Natasha is coming out with, which is, oh, we can't possibly verify any of this.
Well, let's drill down on those casualty figures.
Let's have a look at those casualty figures.
Just give me, Yalda, I've just been accused of speaking nonsense. Those figures that even Biden has now been repeating, utterly unverified, even if we look at the...
You would think the Americans would get their intelligence correct.
There are 3 points to draw out here. The first point is the inflation that we have seen, and there is independent analysis on the basis of open source to go into that. If I use one example, on the 17th of October, the Al-Ahli hospital strike that the international media was accusing Israel of having conducted. Well, that has been utterly debunked. It was a Palestinian Islamic Jihad rocket that fell in the car park, but that 500 casualty jump on the 17th of October has never been revised. It's just one example. So the veracity of those figures is impossible to determine at this stage. But there are other two critical issues of missing information. The first one is, who are these people that they say are making up these casualty figures? Because Hamas does not distinguish between combatants and civilians. Let's just clarify, Israel has said, and it has verified this, it knows that it has killed nearly 12,000 terrorists. That is not accounted for in the Hamas figures. And the other thing that is missing is how these people died. Because we know that Hamas... The final element of missing information here is... Well, neither had I.
I had not finished.
The final element of missing information here...
You're going to throw more shade and nonsense.
The final element of missing information here is how these people have died. We know that Hamas has been shooting its own civilians. We know that they have been bombing fleeing civilians. And we know that Hamas and
Gaza?
Palestinian Islamic Jihad rockets fired towards Israel are falling short in the Gaza Strip.
I'm just going
to bombs
if
on
I
Gaza.
may respond to that
No,
directly.
you may not, because I have not finished.
Sorry,
Any international lawyer or military expert worth their salt will be confirming that throughout every previous conflict, Israel has not only complied with the laws of armed conflict on proportionality, on distinction, on necessity, and on precision targeting and precaution against civilian casualties, but has gone way above. And there is no reason to suggest that this time is...
in this particular instance they have?
If we look at the figures for other armed conflicts, the average global figure that the United Nations puts out for urban armed conflicts is a very disturbing 9 civilians to every 1 combatant killed. Well, the Israeli figures check out at more or less 1-to-1 now, which is unprecedented in the history of urban conflict. And it is testament to the targeted strikes that Israel is conducting. But the final missing piece of information, I'm so sorry, forgive me, the final element of missing information is how these civilians have died. Because whereas Israel strikes are precise and targeted, the Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad rockets that fall short in the Gaza Strip kill Palestinians indiscriminately.
I'm going to have to actually go to the ad break, but I will come back. We'll keep you here. This is The World with me, Yalda Hakim.